Welcome back to Faith and Heresy, where lost rituals and forbidden beliefs are pulled from the shadows. Deep beneath the sands of Egypt, hidden in tombs sealed for thousands of years, lies a secret too powerful to stay buried. When Howard Carter broke the seal of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922, he expected gold. He expected treasures beyond his wildest dreams. But he didn't find any of these things. What he found was not a buried chamber, it was something older, stranger. Every artifact, every spell was part of a ritual not designed to honour the dead, but to transform them, to resurrect them. And the most heretical truth of all this magic wasn't just for the pharaohs, it was for anyone who knew the path. Because this was the Awakening of Osiris. Myth of Osiris. Death and Reassembly. Long ago, Osiris ruled as a king and a god. Under his reign, Egypt flourished. Crops grew, justice was upheld, and people praised his name. But envy grew in the shadows. His brother Set, the god of chaos and desert storms, plotted in secret. At a royal banquet, Set unveiled a splendid coffin, carved to perfection and inlaid with gold. He smiled and said, "Whoever fits this coffin perfectly shall take it as a gift." Guest after guest tried, laughing as they lay inside. None fit, until Osiris climbed in, his frame a perfect match. In an instant, Set and his conspirators slammed the lid shut. They sealed it with nails and poured molten lead to trap him inside. Then they cast it into the Nile, where the river swallowed Egypt's king. But Set's hatred didn't end there. He hunted the coffin, tore it open and mutilated Osiris's body, scattering the 14 pieces across Egypt. Osiris's devoted wife Isis wept but did not give up. She scoured the land, recovering each part, all but one, and with her sister Nephthys and the jackal-headed god Anubis, she wrapped him in linen. They performed sacred rites and created the first mummy. But Osiris did not rise again in the land of the living. He descended into Duat, the underworld, and there he became something more.
I am Osiris. I have come to dwell in the land of the blessed. I rule the Westerners.
His son, Horus, would grow to avenge him, challenging Set and restoring Ma'at, the cosmic order. And for the ancient Egyptians, this wasn't just myth, it was the template, the divine blueprint for death, judgment and resurrection. The ritual, how Egyptians treated death. Egyptians didn't see death as an ending, they saw it as a transition, one that required precision, magic and sacred knowledge. At the heart of this transformation was the opening of the mouth ceremony. In this ritual, a priest, often dressed as the god Horus, used a special tool called a ritual adze to touch the mummy's lips, eyes, ears and nose. This wasn't symbolic. Each touch was believed to restore the senses. Breath, speech, sight and hearing, giving the dead the ability to function in the afterlife. While the ritual was performed, priests recited spells from the Book of the Dead, the guidebook for the journey through the Duat.
You live again, you revive forever. Behold, you are young again.
But what exactly were they reviving? The Egyptians believed that each person had multiple spiritual parts. The Ka, your life force or vital energy. The Ba, your personality, capable of movement between worlds. Only when the Ka and Ba reunited could the Ak form a radiant, glorified spirit to be capable of living among the gods. Many tombs also contained a symbol called the Djed pillar, often placed near the spine of the mummy. It represented Osiris's backbone and, by extension, the backbone of the universe. Raising the Djed wasn't just a gesture, it was a cosmic act, a ritual of stability, renewal, and resurrection, aligning the dead with Osiris himself. To the Egyptians, these rites weren't metaphors, they were literal technology for eternal life. I would like to address the order in which my videos come out. I aim to make videos that you want to watch. So if you find this episode interesting, leave some feedback in the comments and I'll be sure to continue with more Egyptian styled videos. Ask questions, if they're interesting enough, I'll feature it in a video and explore that topic. Tutankhamun, a pharaoh's rebirth machine. In 1922, when Howard Carter peered into Tutankhamun's tomb, he saw more than wealth. He saw a ritual in progress. Paintings of Osiris judging souls, canopic jars guarded by protective goddesses, a golden mask placed to transform Tut's face into that of a god. His innermost coffin was made of gold, arms crossed like Osiris, even the black resin on his body, symbolic of the fertile underworld. This wasn't a burial, it was an initiation. The hidden meaning beyond mythology. To the Egyptians, death was not just the end, it was a passage into mystery. Egyptologist Jan Assmann suggests that Osiris's worship evolved into a kind of initiation tradition, not unlike later mystery cults. At Abydos, priests reenacted Osiris's death and resurrection yearly, drawing crowds who believed that witnessing the rite could grant eternal life. The Book of the Dead wasn't about dying, it was a manual for resurrection. The Book of the Dead, a survival guide. Known to the Egyptians as the Book of Coming Forth by Day, this sacred text included spells for every trial in the afterlife. Spell 125 is most famous, the negative confession. I have not lied, I have not stolen, I am pure. But other spells made bolder claims. I am Osiris, I have entered the land of the dead, I will not perish. These weren't just prayers, they were codes, passwords, enchantments, designed to reshape reality, the forbidden fragments. An obscure Coffin text reads, "The Osiris of any man is within him. If he knows the names, he shall live forever." This radical idea that anyone could become Osiris was whispered only in the tombs of those who could afford it. Becoming Osiris, a personal resurrection. In the tombs of ancient Egypt, the dead were called Osiris. But what does that mean for the living? Graham Hancock, author, seeker, and heretic, endorsed.
I am Osiris too, an old man ready for judgment. I left the city and crossed the plains. Entering the dark house, I cast off doubt and feebleness. I burn up fear. I light candles and incense. I stand bold before gods, lusting neither for blood, nor life, nor flesh. I quit the petty concerns of day. It is the hour of my birth, my transformation, my coming into becoming. I anoint myself and rise from the lotus pool. I am changed, a new man, a lapwing among the stars. My name is prayer. My spirit hawk flees the egg, and leaves its shell. I am fresh as a fledgling in its mother's nest. This life is my offering, what common men give gods.
In those words echoes the promise of the Osiris cult, not just to survive death, but to transcend it. Osiris, the first resurrected god. So, was Osiris just a symbol of seasonal rebirth, or the original resurrected god long before Jesus of Nazareth, before Dionysus tore himself apart to be reborn? there was Osiris, murdered, embalmed, and reborn in the dark. Tutankhamun's tomb isn't a grave, it's a theological engine, a blueprint for immortality. So, what do you think? Was Osiris's rebirth symbolic or literal? Drop your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more forbidden histories and heresies. Now to the announcement of the Discord winner. I promised on the Discord that whoever solved a riddle would get a shout out in this next up and coming video. The winner for this week is Dreamy Blues. So, if you would like a shout out, would like to join some of the competitions, please feel free to join the Discord, and I'll see you there. Sources are in the description for this video that we've explored. Until next time, stay curious and question everything. Thanks for watching.